guys, today I am filming part 2 of Peter and Gwen's love story, and the time when I'm filming this, and it'll probably be up today, it is Christmas Eve, so I'm doing a Christmas Eve vlog as well. That'll be up tomorrow, and tomorrow is Christmas Day obviously, so the Christmas Day vlog that I'm doing will be up by Boxing Day, so that's some exciting stuff to come. And I am so excited for Christmas. So in the Christmas Day vlog, I am going to read out some of your comments. So comment down below what's your favourite thing about Christmas, and I will read them out in tomorrow's vlog if there is any comments. So comment that down below. So Peter and Gwen's love story. On Friday, I got to watch The Amazing Spider-Man 2 again because it was on telly, so I watched it. And I got to refresh myself on the second part of the story, even though I know it anyway. I know it off by heart. But anyway, yes. So as you know, Peter and Gwen broke up, and spoiler alert again. Spoiler alert. Okay, as you know, Peter and Gwen broke up at the end of number 1, at the end of the first film. But at the start of the second film, he gets a call from Gwen and it says girlfriend on his phone, so you know that they're back together. So, they're back together, they're graduating and everything. It's really a fun time, really good time. And Gwen's graduation speech tells the story of Spider-Man, kind of. And one of the quotes that I like from it is what makes life valuable is that it doesn't last forever. What makes it precious is that it ends. So don't waste it living someone else's life. Make yours count for something. That is a really good quote, and it's like Peter's living Spider-Man's life at the same time he's living his own. So that's kind of like telling the story a bit of telling Spider-Man's story. Anyway, so after the graduation, no, before the graduation, when he's Spider-Man before the graduation, and then he sees Gwen's dad. He keeps seeing Gwen's dad, even though he's dead. He keeps seeing her dad everywhere he goes. Before the graduation, after the graduation, he sees him everywhere, which is a bad sign because he said, I want you to promise me something, okay? Leave Gwen out of it. So he doesn't want his daughter to be with Peter at all. Gwen's dad doesn't want Gwen to be with Peter and doesn't want Peter to be with Gwen. But they got back together anyway because they want to be together. So Peter is supposed to be going to this restaurant to eat with Gwen's family for dinner. So he sees Gwen, he locks eyes with her. He's outside and she's in the restaurant. She locks eyes with her. They lock eyes with each other, and then he walks off and he looks really sad, so he walks off. Then Gwen comes outside and asks him what's wrong, and then he explains everything to Gwen, that he just can't be with her because he keeps seeing him everywhere he goes. And Gwen's like, we talked about this, and he's like, yeah, I know, but what if something happens to you just like happened to him because of me? That's what he says. And then she's like, and then they keep talking, and then she's like, you have done this to me again and again. I break up with you. I break up with you. That's what she says. And it's really sad moment, and it's just like, why? Like, they shouldn't, it's so sad, because like, they're the best couple ever. And they break up. And it's kind of, I know this sounds horrible, but I think Peter kind of deserved that. You know, Gwen breaking up with him instead of him breaking up with her. Because it's not his choice. As Gwen says, it's not his choice. Like, it's not it's not her dad's choice whether they're together or not, if you know what I mean. It's not his choice. So he kind of deserved it. I know that sounds horrible, but that's just me. Anyway, so a few weeks after, well, I don't know how long after it was because it's just a film, but I don't know how long after it was. Let's just say some time after that. After he's been hanging out with Harry, he gets a phone call from Gwen, and then it cuts to the scene where he's walking up to Gwen, and she says, "I think it's time that we try and be friends." And then Peter's like, "Okay, but if we're going to be friends, we need to make some ground rules." And they just keep going back and forth with ground rules, and she's like, "Don't tell me I look amazing." And then she does a nose rub, and it's like, "No, I just figured out the next ground rule." And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "No more of this." And she's like, "But it's allergy season." And it's just like, it's just amazing. But when she says, "Don't tell me I look amazing," she's like, "Don't tell me I look amazing with your brown doe eyes." And it's just like so cute. It's like one of my favorite scenes. It might actually be my favorite scene, to be honest, because it's so cute and it's just so cute. But after that, that's when the trouble starts. Electro is born, and that's when the fighting rules starts, and it's just you know. But before the Electro bit, I'm sorry, I don't know what I said there. But before the Electro bit, I'm sorry if this is confusing. I know I go back a lot, but before that, Gwen reveals to Peter that she's going to England for the scholarship to Oxford that she may or may not get accepted into. We'll come to that later. But yeah, the Electro bit, and then so Gwen's on her way to the Oxford interview, and she goes in, and then he follows her, and she's like, "Peter, I'm running late right now." And then he's like, "No, I have to talk to you right now." And basically she's explaining maybe we're on different paths right now, I don't know, and it's like explaining that why they can't be together. And for some reason I've forgotten if this bit is before that or after that. No, it's before that, okay, right? Before that part, this is so confusing, right? Okay. Before that part I just said, there is another part before that where Gwen gets in trouble at Oscorp, and then she bumps into Peter at Oscorp, and then they hide in the closet, and then they kiss because they've broken up, but they kiss because they're friends. They kiss because they still love each other. But Peter kissed her, so kind of Peter kissed her, but you know. So there's that part, and then it's really funny after. There's a part that's really funny, because she's trying to get away from the guards, and then because he's got reflexes, he chucks coffee in like the guard's face and everything, so she can get away. It's cool. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. And there's a little sailor kick, like a sailor kick. Yeah, you'll know what I mean if you watch the film. The closet scene is on YouTube somewhere, so you can find that. The link to actually that scene will be in the description, and any scenes that I've mentioned, if there's a YouTube clip of them, if there is, they'll be in the description down below. So yeah. I need to make this quick because it's nearly 15 minutes. Okay. So what's that bit that I just said about the past bit, different paths, and then he meets Gwen again before she goes to England because she got in, and she's like, "I think it's time to let this go, not because I don't love you. It's actually because I do. And that's a voicemail that I got from her. So she went to his house and it wasn't there, so she left it on a voicemail. And she's in the car, and then Spider-Man comes and he webs the bridge saying, I love you, Gwen. And then that's when they keep saying, he's like, and they go onto the bridge, and he's like, I'm just going to follow you now. He's like, we're not on different paths, you're my path. That's a really nice quote. And he goes, I'm just going to follow you now. I'm going to follow you everywhere. And that's when Electro comes, he strikes back again, and Gwen wants to help him fight, and she tells him how to fight him, but then she says she wants to come, and then he can't, and then he tells her that she can't help him, so he webs her hand to the top of the car, and then he fights Electro, and Gwen helps him a bit with, like, she pulls this lever, and then it'll, like, they use his power against him, so it, like, blows him up, and he's dead now. So then Harry comes as the Green Goblin, and then he looks at Gwen behind, and he then realizes that Spider-Man is Peter. So he picks Gwen up, and they go around, and it's like, Harry, put her down, and then he goes, okay, and then he just drops her from, like, high up in the air, and there's like this glass clock tower. So then Peter jumps up, he catches her, and they break through the glass, and there's a bomb when they land on this barrier thing. I don't know what it is, like this balcony thing, like walkway, like bridge in the clock tower. So they blows up that, and then he puts Gwen down on this cog, and then he fights Goblin a bit, and then she falls, and then he catches her with the web, so she's hanging by the web, and then he breaks the Goblin, and the cogs are like cut in the web, so he puts his foot like in between these two cogs, so then it's like going like that, and then he beats the Goblin up, but then it snaps the web when the Goblin's knocked out, so then she's falling, and then he dives down, shoots a web, and then it goes in slow motion, and the web makes a hand, so it's going to catch Gwen, and it just catches her, but as it's catching her, she falls and hits her head on the ground. And this is one of my favourite scenes, but also saddest scenes. It's my most unfavourite scene and favourite scene, if that makes sense. It's my unfavourite, it's one of my least favourite scenes because she dies. That's how she dies. And he checks to see if she's alive, and he's like, Gwen, stay with me, Gwen, and then he cries, and you can see blood coming from her nose, and she's dead, and it's like so sad because it's just, you know, it's kind of hard to watch when you see that, because it's like you've seen the whole story, and it's quite sad, but yeah. Anyway, so that's my least favourite scene, but it's my favourite scene because it's so cute how he cries, but so that's basically the love story, I guess that's how it ends. Yeah, I guess that's how it ends then. And I need to show you guys something. Olivia drew me a picture for Christmas, and it's amazing. It's a picture of me. She drew that. It's a picture of me with that Snapchat filter on me. To Amy, thank you for always being there for me when I needed you most. You are such an inspiration and the best friend I could have possibly ask for. I don't know what I would do without you, so thank you for always putting a smile on my face. Love you lots, Sylvia. Anyway, I've got to go because this is going over time and I can't make it go over time. So I'll see you tomorrow then. Bye.